guys, what are you doing?
We are doing a sexual interaction.
What's that?
Consists in when two or more people engage in a sexual activity with the intention to satisfy a sexual in a mutually responsive and supportive way.
In most of the occasions, there are a penetration of the male sex organ to the female sex organ.
Sex organs? What's that? How does it consist of? How does that work?
It's simple. Have a look on my male organ. First of all, I have my penis. Its function is to provide in terms of urination and also in a sexual function. Secondly, my testes. The mighty factories that churn out those little swimmers we call sperm, but it also synthesizes testosterone and finally it participates in the regulating reproductive function. What holds my testicles is the scrotum. Also holds the nerves and blood vessels. It protects the testicles and gave a climate control system. The vas deferens work in transport mature sperm to the urethra to prepare the ejaculation. The main function of the epididymis is to transport the sperm from the testes to the vas deferens. The transportation normally is by contractions of the smooth muscle layers. The urethral glands secrete a mucus fluid. This fluid neutralizes the acidity of the urine that is residue in the urethra and provides lubrication on the tip of the penis in the intercourse. The function of the prostate gland is to produce the fluid that nourishes and do the transportation of the sperm. The seminal vesicle stores and produces great part of the fluid that makes the semen. During the ejaculation, this fluid is expelled in a duct of ejaculation and then mixed with the sperm and other fluids.
Wow, looks so complicated. There's a lot of organs with such complex system. But I'm curious, how does the sperm travel from the testes to the urethra?
Let me show you the path of the sperm. It starts their journey in the testes, then hop on the vas deferens and cruise through the epididymis for some final touches. From there, they swing by the seminal vesicle and prostate gland for added goodies before making a grand exit through the urethra.
I see. It's like a Mario Kart trackway adventure. But what else do you have?
We have something called hormones, puppet masters of the body. To clarify, they are signals and messages transmitted to our body.
Hormones? How do your hormones work?
Let's see the world of the hormones and how they regulate the male reproductive system. We have three main hormones for the regulation of the male reproductive system. Firstly, we have testosterone, the big boss hormone. It's produced in the testes. It's responsible for the development of male reproductive tissues and characteristics such as sperm production, muscle mass, and bone density. It is produced in the testes, specifically in the Leydig cells. Secondly, the follicle stimulating hormone, or just FSH. The FSH stimulates the production of sperm cells in the testes. It is produced by the pituitary gland in the brain. And finally, the third one is the luteinizing hormone, or LH, which stimulates the production of testosterone in the Leydig cells of the testes. LH is also produced by the pituitary gland in the brain. It's all regulated by an effective system called negative feedback, ensuring that hormone levels stay just right.
Wow, now everything makes sense. It is so much clearer now knowing how the male reproductive system works. But what about you? You are the female reproductive system. How do you work?
Alright, let's now focus on me. I have in total 8 organs inside my reproductive system. Firstly, the urinary bladder. Just as simple as it sounds, it stores the urine. However, it's important to note that while the urinary bladder is located in close proximity to the female reproductive organs, it is not directly part of the reproductive system. And what conducts urine from the bladder is the urethra. Now, the cervix allows fluids to pass between the ureters and vagina. Then I have the ovaries.
Oh, I know that one. It produces and stores eggs, makes hormones that control the menstrual cycle and pregnancy, right?
Yes, you are more than right. Let's continue with the uterus. Its function is to feed and store a fertilized egg until the fetus. Then I have the fallopian tube. It is the pathway from an egg and sperm to meet and for fertilized egg to make its way to the uterus. The vagina receives the penis during sexual intercourse, serves as the birth canal route, which menstrual blood leaves the body. And finally, what controls defecation in the rectum.
Interesting. These organs' names sound simpler than the names of the male organs one.
Now, let's talk about the hormones that regulate the female system. First, I would like to explain the estrogen, which is a hormone that mainly produced by the ovaries. It plays a central role in the menstrual cycle by stimulating the growth and maturation of the ovarian four cycles, which contain the eggs. Then I have the progesterone. It also produces my ovaries. This works in the conjunction of the estrogen to regulate my menstrual cycle and prepare my uterus for pregnancy. I also have follicle stimulating hormone. This produced by my interior pituitary gland in my brain, and this also plays a crucial role in my menstrual cycle and the ovarian function. The follicle stimulating hormone stimulates by my growth and my development of my ovarian follicles, each of which contains a mature egg.
That's amazing, but I noticed there's more to the female anatomy than meets the eye. Can you explain to me what those external genitals are?
Of course, let's bring out your handy diagram. Here have the mons pubis, the glans clitoris, the labium majora, the labium minora, the opening of the urethra, and the opening of the vagina. It's like a map to wonders of the female body.
Wow, that's quite the cast of characters. But I'm curious, where does fertilization and implantation occur?
Excellent question. Fertilization typically occurs in the fallopian tubes, where the egg meets the sperm in the magical union. After fertilization, the embryo implants itself into the lining of the uterus, ready to grow and develop into a baby.
So it is like a cozy home for the baby to grow.
Exactly. The uterus provides the perfect environment for nurturing new life.
Amazing! And where exactly is the oocyte produced, and how does it find its way to the uterus?
The ovary is powerhouse of egg production, churning out oocytes like a factory of possibilities. Once an oocyte is released, it travels through the fallopian tube, guided by the tiny hair-like structures called cilia, on its journey to the welcoming embrace of the uterus.
I see. I'm vaguely clear about this ovarian and uterine cycle. Do you know something about it?
Ah yes, I also know these topics very well, starting with the ovarian cycle. It has three main phases: follicular phase, ovulation phase, and luteal phase. It all begins with the follicular phase. The spawning days is 1 or 30. During this time, the ovary prepares to release an egg thanks to the hormone estrogen. Next comes ovulation phase. Around day 13, this is when the ovary releases a mature egg ready to embark on its journey down the fallopian tube, all thanks to the surge of the luteinizing hormone. After ovulation comes the luteal phase. The days are the 15 to the 28. During this time, the empty follicle transforms into a structure called the corpus luteum, producing hormones like the progesterone to prepare the uterus for a potential pregnancy. Finally, and introducing the uterine cycle, if pregnancy doesn't occur, we have menstruation around days 1 to 5. This is when the uterine lining sits, leading to the everyone's favorite visit, the period.
Wow, sounds scary. Can you tell me more about that?
It may sound scary, but you can get used to it, it's okay. The uterine cycle has three main phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and the secretory phase. During the menstrual phase, the uterus sheds its lining, getting ready for a fresh start. But you can get used to it, it's okay. The urinary cycle dances hand in hand with the ovarian cycle, making it a true team effort. It also follows a 28-day rhythm, mirroring the phases of the ovarian cycle. Then comes the proliferative phase, days 6 to 14. This is when the uterine lining thickens and becomes lush and inviting thanks to the estrogen.
That's incredible! So the ovarian and the uterine cycle work together like a perfectly synchronized dance.
Exactly, they are like two peas in a pond, each playing their part to create the perfect environment for a new life to bloom.
Wow! Thank you so much, female and male reproductive system, for guiding me through this marvelous world. I feel like I understand so much more now. Thanks again, and I leave you guys alone. See ya!
The pleasure is ours. Anytime. Bye.
Stop! Shouldn't you guys need to use protection?
Protection? What do you mean?
When it comes to intimate moments, it's important to be safe and prevent unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections.
Oh, I see. There are various methods of contraception that can help with that. Let's talk about them.
Exactly. First up, we have abstinence, which means choosing not to engage in sexual activity at all. It's 100% effective in preventing both pregnancy and cysts.
Another option is vasectomy for males and tubal ligation for females. These procedures involve surgical sterilization to permanently prevent the pregnancy.
Right. And then there are oral contraceptives, commonly known as the pill, which contain hormones to prevent ovulation and are highly effective when used correctly.
Don't forget about the contraceptive implants and the uterine devices. These are long-active methods that are placed in the body to prevent pregnancy.
Absolutely. And let's not overlook barrier methods like male and female condoms, diaphragms, and cervical caps. They create a physical barrier to prevent sperm from reaching the egg and can also reduce the risk of cysts.
Then there's the coitus interruptus, where withdrawal of the penis before ejaculation is used to prevent sperm from entering the vagina. However, it's not reliable as other methods and doesn't protect against STIs.
True. And there's also natural family planning, where couples track a woman's menstrual cycle to determine fertile days and avoid intercourse during those times.
Let's not forget about emergency contraception, commonly known as the morning after pill. It can be taken after unprotected sex to reduce the risk of pregnancy, but it doesn't protect against the STI.
It's essential to understand the effectiveness, procedure, and potential risks of each method to make informed decisions about contraception and sexual health.
It's important to prioritize safety and well-being in all aspects of life.
Anytime, friends. Stay safe, stay informed, and take care of yourselves.